All right, so here we are. Okay, first up is Russell. Could you give us a little introduction?
Hi, everybody. Russ Fustino here. I'm a developer advocate, and currently I am open to some opportunities. So anybody needs some work in the DevRel field or blockchain space, please feel free to contact me. And had a good run at Algorand, finished up there a few months ago, and was there for almost 4 years. And so we're looking on to the next chapter. So also been heading up Fustino Brothers. A lot of good things happening there. We've got a book coming out. We've got we're kind of a publishing company. We've got we'll talk more about the book coming out, Ellery the Elephant. Also, we've got the many songs published. Rich is a musician, and we'll show you how to find his songs out in all the stores.
All right,
that's about it. Go ahead, Rich.
Richard.
Yeah, the musician in the family, soon to be a publisher, I guess. I don't know. We're going to be working on a little thing little bit later on called the New Year's Waltz, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we'll give it back to Gary now.
That's right. For 12/31, right?
That's right.
3.
Yeah, 23. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I'm Gary, the middle brother. I'm in the middle there, right there. And I developed a book called Mora, old hand word game that came across from Egypt to Turkey to Italy, and that's where it wound up until it came over to the States. Our parents used to play that game, so if you're interested in that hand word game, we've got a book on it, and both the audio book as well as a printed book. I do the design work for the group here for FBI apps, and my day job, which is design for communication, business, social media, and do some of the marketing. All right. So next is our products. We have a patent for our Jethro Tull app that we produced a couple of years back. Russell's got a lot of shortcut apps out there on Firefox, and we even got a certificate there, a patent on the programming as well for the Jethro Tull app.
Registration.
Registration, yeah, right there. Mm-hmm. All right, so this is your turn to shine for the other people that have joined us. If you'd like to take this opportunity, introduce yourself. Go for it. If not, we'll continue. So who's out there right now? Anybody want to introduce themselves? If not, we can go and do that at the end of the show. Okay, very good.
Go ahead, Scott. I don't want
to. I've known Russ for quite a few years, back when he was at Microsoft, and I'm in the software development. I'm a manager currently in the Tampa area of software development teams. I'm pretty excited about the future. A lot of things are happening. Blockchain, AI, machine learning, all kinds of crazy new stuff.
That's right.
And I come from the era where it's like, holy cow, I used to be able to know everything in programming. Now I can just barely know a little bit.
Ain't that the truth?
So much. Yeah, I used to be a generalist and prided myself on, oh yeah, I know all the stuff you need. And now it's like, oh, I don't even know what I don't know. There's so much.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else want to take the floor?
I'll quickly introduce myself. Sorry, I'm having a lot of trouble over here, but I have this on speaker basically. But my name is Dave Fustino, son of Gary Fustino and Uncle Russ and Uncle Rich. I learned a lot from them over the years, especially through design, technology, and I'm in product development myself. So I design and bring products to market in manufacturing and production. Have my own company, Etho, ETHO, and you can check out my work at www.davefustino.com.
All right, you just did a large project for oceanography, right?
I did, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, I helped some oceanographers bring their remote operated vehicles while working on their concept development to get government funding. They successfully got government funding. It's pretty awesome. Never worked on an underwater vehicle before, but they look to mitigate climate change by doing scientific studies underwater. And so it's one of the journeys I've been on the past year.
What part of the world do they operate in?
They actually, I think they do it in the Gulf of Mexico. I was just wrapping up a case study with them, and they mentioned that's where they do majority of their work.
Fabulous.
And we also have Janet Ellsworth just joined us. Hey, Janet, how are you? We also go way back, further than you, Scott. High school, as a matter of fact.
There you go.
Wow.
Hi, Janet. You can say hi to everybody if you want. need to unmute.
Okay. All right. She could always join us and share some of her highlights at the end of the presentation. Okay,
All
so
right,
let's
good
go
enough.
into 2023. Look at
She's
this.
on now. She's on now.
Oh,
Hold
she's
on.
on now?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
go ahead.
Hi, Janet.
Hi, Russ. How you doing?
And great. What is up with you? Everybody was kind of just doing a brief intro about ourselves.
Well, I'm retired.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good thing.
Yeah, but I'm not well. But you know that.
Well, we hope this cheer you up a little bit.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Okay, 2023. Looking in the rear view mirror, right? There we are, 2023
Right.
from last year. Okay, so here we go. Well, as Richard mentioned, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, baby. 12/31/23 is the last day of 2023. That's not going to happen too often right now. All right. So, and we even got a song, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, a waltz coming up. Okay. What we're going to talk about today is some of the milestones around the country, what has happened out there in the tech world. We had 5G and USB-C standards, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, social media changes, big changes in 23. Sports, there are some things that happen in sports. Autonomous vehicles and electric vehicles are now commonplace, and what's old is new. So we're going to touch each one of those. And first up is 5G. 5G completed their assignment. Basically, it took them 2.5 years to get these towers up across the entire nation and maybe most of the world, but at least in the North America, this is pretty much the standard now is the 5G, and what that does for you is live streaming and so forth, especially for video, is no longer choppy. It comes clean on your device, whether it's a phone or an iPad or TV. So and it took quite a bit of doing. People were initially afraid of it. They thought it would hurt their DNA, but I haven't seen any evidence to that effect. The next thing that happened in 2023 was a USB-C standard. Big companies like Apple had a bend to a standard. Apple doesn't usually do that. They had a good connector there down at the bottom right, a lightning connector, which is very good and supports live video and so forth. But European Union said, well, we need to standardize this because we're going crazy trying to get connections to all our different devices. So they made it a law that everybody had to comply to USB-C. So that's why now the new phones that came out have USB-C connector as well. So you got Android and Motorola and a few other the smartphones. All the smartphones now use USB-C, including the iPads or tablets. So that was a big change in 2023. Artificial intelligence made great gains in 2023. You're looking at this picture. Normally, this would be a composite that an artist would put together and make a montage or whatever. But in this case, it was just based on text and code. You just say, "Give me a mountain, give me a water shore, give me a young lady, give me a dress, give me some birds and so forth." And by just talking into your microphone, up comes an image from artificial intelligence from resources around the world. First up in 2023 was Google. They developed a program called BRAD that does translations, that coordinates your flights, incorporates YouTube videos on demand, Google Drive, everything. So all their entire platform, they enhance with artificial intelligence. Around the same time, OpenAI and GPT-4 came out and did a lot of advancements also in programming. And along with that, coincided was Microsoft Copilot, 365 Copilot, which they integrated in all their office systems. And Russell, you went to a conference that recently demonstrated this?
Yeah, I was at the Microsoft Build. I don't know, Scott, were you at the Microsoft Build conference this year? No, it was all AI. I mean, all the keynotes, all the demos were all done in AI, and they really showed how AI is really going to impact everybody. And even, coming like myself, I do a lot of PowerPoint. So you can just, write up a paragraph now in text, and it'll spit out a whole PowerPoint deck for you. And so a lot of time savings right across the board in coding. I use it a lot for coding too. It really helps there. I know I just, had a job interview and there was some coding involved, and I used a lot of AI to prepare for it, with the different code snippets. And also, speaking of interviewing, I also use AI to write my cover letter. You feed it a resume, you feed it the job description, it comes up with a nice first cut, with AI, it's really just amazing. It's a game changer in many, many industries right across the board.
Really is. And then in this case, Microsoft was on the forefront. They got into this early on, and whereas Apple is just starting to get into AI. In fact, this is from their presentation in October, so they're late bloomers in AI. Usually they're ahead of the curve. In this case, they're following the footsteps of Microsoft, and they've now integrated it in Siri and Photos and so forth.
Microsoft Bing instantly became the #1 browser.
Yeah, that's right.
AI.
That is correct. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and so around the same time, Adobe finally got their Firefly software out of beta, and now it's an application, and it uses a text or voice to generate images. In fact, I'm going to demo that now. So I'm going to escape from here and go into the demo mode here. You still see the screen?
Yep.
Yeah, got that. Okay. So what this is, I'm going to demonstrate the generative fill. Right. So I just highlighted the center of that mirror, and I click on generative fill, and all I got to do is just type in a few words. I'm going to type in school bus / reindeer.
Good combo.
Okay, and then hit it, and it's right now it's generating the images that I asked it to. You see, it takes a few minutes. What this is doing, what advantage of Adobe AI is that it's going out to their own photo library. So anything that comes up here is legit. There you go.
Look at that.
Look at that. There's one.
And look,
yeah. Look at that. It even picked up the colors of my background to make it more realistic. Look at that.
So the images are, if anything, this is interesting because they're using their own stock feed as opposed to taking from other that's cited. So
and you got a license to use those, right?
That is the advantage. Right. Your copyright protection here.
Good.
Right. Good. Yeah. So here's let's do a second one to give you another alternative, right? Okay. And another one alternative, and I've done this a couple times now. Let's see what there's one. There's another one. And here's another one that I did.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Right? Look at that. So each time you even the same sentence 2 or 3 times generates new images. Okay. So that is awesome.
I like this because I've been playing around with it as far as like my own renderings, my own work.
Yeah.
But Midjourney has difficulty integrating my work with other images, where this one you can work around your own image and plant the other things. So it doesn't get lost in translation. That's interesting.
It's awesome. It's really awesome, and really awesome to know that you're not breaking anybody's copyright and so forth. So that's a really good thing. All right, so let's get back to the deck here. And all right, see the screen? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so now we're talking about virtual reality. That was also made a lot of gains in 2023, but in this case, Apple was the leader here. They developed, and finally they've been working on this for about 6 years. Apple Vision Pro is out there, and what makes their product unique is that it's got not only sensors in the front, which most virtual reality glasses do, or gear does. They got sensors all around the head. They got it on the sides by the ears. They got it in the back, so you can see coming and going and left and right and front and forward, and it's going to mean a lot to a lot of applications. So they're already, medical field is picking up on this, as well as real estate. All industries are writing code for these glasses, so that's available now. and there are products available now as well. So
that's quite an experience. I did something similar, not that specific set, but another one, and you mark off a space, and then you're in there and you're battling, whacking stuff away, and oh my God, it's just so cool. It's just like unbelievable. It really.
So we can play like American Gladiators now against your friend or something.
Yeah, exactly. Well, even a couple years back, the Dolly Museum had you wear glasses, and you could go through one of his paintings, a scene, and you would walk right through a painting, which was that was incredible. That was a couple years back.
This is really going to change the game from a museum standpoint. I mean, they have those really cool like Monet projected on walls, but I'm sure this is going to take it to a whole nother level of being in the art. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
It's going to be something else. I tell you.
A lot of food for thought.
Yep. Now social media made some headways too in 2023. Up comes Twitter, which changed their name to X. But oddly enough, the URL still is twitter.com. But we just recently found out that they've now done a redirect. So if you do x.com, it redirects to twitter.com, or they go the other way, it redirects to twitter.com. That's right. Yep. So at least they got that handled down. But that's something that they'll eliminate in 24 probably, is the twitter.com altogether, because the product is actually now called X, right?
They probably got to buy the URL, right? From somebody who owned it 5 years ago.
I wonder how much he paid for that domain name, x.com. Boy.
I'm sure somebody reamed them out who bought it on the internet.
There's a lot of suits against it. They're suing them, like Xbox, for example. Microsoft has got a case against them because the X is part of because what they're saying, what Musk is saying, that this is not just a social media; it's an all-encompassing software. Like like PayPal. It does payments, it does social, it does a lot of things other than just chat. So that's why companies like Microsoft, that has Xbox, is saying, well, wait a minute, it's also a gaming software. We already have a gaming software called X.
Yeah.
So there are about 3 or 4 lawsuits out there. We'll see what happens.
Roping off their territory, huh?
Right, exactly. And along at the same time that this happened, Facebook and Instagram came out with Threads, and a little diagram below there. They copied it from the actual needle and thread, right? Threads are threads, a sequence of chats, and that's got off to a really good start. It has leveled off recently, but it's out there as a competitor to X at this point. So a lot of people are moving, especially some of the advertisers that don't like what's going on with X are moving to Threads. All right. Okay, Russell. You want to give us a little video here? Big changes in sports.
Yeah.
In fact, there was I'm gonna stop sharing here, and
Go Bills.
And Russell's gonna give us a little demo here of what happened in the sports world this year.
Well, we promised to do entertain, educate, and enlighten. This is definitely under the entertain part of it. We read about Josh Allen had a drink that he made called the Buffalo Pepsi. So we thought we'd give it a try. So I'm just going to let it roll and be quiet. All right, brother. We're going to try the Buffalo Pepsi here.
Buffalo Pepsi.
So we got to put some Pepsi in first.
Here, I want to give you a half.
No, I'll do the whole one here.
Pepsi is going in.
All right, so there we have our...
I plan to get sick after this.
And then we got the Frank's Red Hot Sauce. This is per Josh Allen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's his recipe.
I think you just put a shot in. That's
it can vary. Yeah, I think I'm just going to put enough to taste.
Or you need a tablespoon here or somewhere.
No, we'll just pour a little bit in. Here we go.
You got to mix it, right?
Yeah, we do. I got a spoon.
Where's the spoons over here?
All right, I got it.
You got it right there.
Yep. All right, so here we go. I'm going to pour mine in a little bit. And Gary, I'll let you pour yours in. How many you want to put in there?
Oh, Jesus.
All right, mix it up. Normally you're supposed to have a celery stick to mix it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
There we go. All right, here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Go Bills.
Buffalo Pepsi. It's not bad. Oh, man, that gives it a taste.
Oh, yeah. I think I put a little too much in it.
Pepsi.
Oh, wow.
Josh Allen's got hot stuff. Hot stuff.
All right, so that's it.
So have you made that drink since then?
No, that was the first and last time.
Oh well.
Okay, now we're going to talk about autonomous vehicles. That was hot in 2023. They're everywhere. If you're in Florida, they're in the villages, they're in Lakeland, and even in the community north of Clearwater, Dunedin. They got these things riding around the streets, bringing you to different restaurants and nightclubs and the beach and so forth. But oddly enough, we were going to take the one in Dunedin, and it started raining really bad. So I said, well, this is a great time. We'll catch the shuttle that's going around. And we tried to call it, and it says it stopped because of inclement weather. You know, that's exactly when you need it, you know. But anyway, so they're here, and they're here to stay, and you're going to see a lot more out in the streets and paths and sidewalks and so forth. Oh, I went the wrong way. There we go. Okay, so next is the electric vehicles that are very prevalent now. There's at least a dozen manufacturers now making electric cars. The first two, of course, was Tesla and Chevy with the Volt. Along came Ford with the Lightning truck, and then we got Volkswagen involved and so forth. What's unique about 2023 though is that every manufacturer previous to this had their own charging station. Well, Ford threw in the towel. They joined Tesla. Like, for example, there you see that blue Mustang, which is an electric vehicle that just came out a year or two ago. Now you could charge it at a Tesla station. So it's now a universal. They're toting the Tesla as the universal charging station.
You got They got an adapter now.
They got an adapter for it, and you can go right to Tesla. Okay, so what do they say? If you can't beat them, join them. Well, Ford joined Tesla, at least on the charging station. Okay, so that's what's going on. That's what happened in 23. Also, what's old is new. Okay, all the old games are coming back with the old controllers as well. 23 saw the re-release of Super Mario and all those games that we're playing. Another thing that is big time is turntables, right? They're back with records or recordings, and in fact, some of the old super groups are back. The Rolling Stones and the Beatles and so forth. There you are, Now and Then by the Beatles. And interesting enough, they used AI to separate, right, Richard? They separated the
John's voice
from the background, right, from the piano.
Yeah.
And they were able to re-record Now and Then, which is from a cassette, from an old cassette. But of course, they had a quality cassette because John Lennon had a great recorder. And the Rolling Stones made a very popular music back in November or so. All right.
Great album, man.
Great.
Hackney Diamonds. Love it.
Love it. Very good stuff.
Lady Gaga's on there. Paul McCartney. It's quite an effort. Really
great
cool.
effort. Okay, so now we're going to kind of toot our own horn here. What happened in 2023? Richard, you're first up. You were Teacher of the Month.
Yes, I was in January of last year. And now one of my students, Crystal Jonathan, she is Student Spotlight of the Month. She's got like 5 CDs out, and she still takes lessons after 40 years. She comes to me for bass parts to put on her record. We write them up, and that's it. And this was a great event there for 15 years. That was the Week of Rock.
Right here. Week of Rock, right there, 16 years.
16 years. And those are the CDs in Russ's house.
Right behind me.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's beautiful. What a collection.
Yeah, well, there you go.
2,000 CDs.
Yeah, and as we've got all these videos on the Week of Rock website for every recital and every final concert. Yeah, and then you finished off the year, Richard, with the 60th anniversary concert
at the Palace Theater. Historic. It was great. We did a nice little set, and we're going to be featuring a song from that called Woodstock 0923.
Yeah. Fabulous stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. That was 23. And then, of course, the recording, you did Ellery the Elephant.
Okay. Yeah. Just released that, and soon to be a book out real soon.
Children's book?
Yep. Children's book written in 1981 about my daughter's stuffed animals, and it comes to life.
Look at that. Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. And then here's, I'm going to break from this here, right? And go to the link.
Just click on it, Gary.
Oh, yeah.
Run mode, click on it.
Oh, let's go back to run mode. Click on the link.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
And here's the link to all the recordings. And if you clicked on Ellery the Elephant, for example, you can see all the places that it's available: Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify, and so forth. And look at, there's even more. Look at all.
Oh my God! Look at that.
This is where you could buy that one tune or listen to it.
Yeah, just stream it.
Yep, or stream it as well. So that's a nice thing.
So the song is done, and the book will be out shortly. We are working on that as well, and David's doing some of the artwork for that.
Yeah. Lee and I, Uncle Rich, think about putting it on. I don't know if you do anything on SoundCloud, but I use SoundCloud, and I have to pay for it. So I'm sure.
Yes, let's do that. Yeah, let's.
Yeah. I think we do have SoundCloud on some of the others.
If anything, I pay for a subscription, so I'm sure they'll send you a royalty.
Yeah. Hold on to your mind. I think there's one that does us SoundCloud. I don't know which one, but okay. But that's
SoundCloud is good, huh?
Yeah. Okay. We also in 2023 we did 4 webinars just like the one we're doing now. October we did rebranding. July we did Are You Verified? You know, with that blue check mark, and also in April we did a piece on news feeds, online newsletters. And then January also did brand building. So these are all available. They're all on our InBusinessLinks SEO. We got the link at the end of this presentation where you could get to those. And then we've got a store. We do a lot of apparel, a lot of coffee cups and things of that nature. We've done some things. May the 4th be with you. Revenge of the 5th. Also Survivor, Hurricane Survivor. Snowstorm Survivor,
there's that shirt. Survivor. Yep. Look at that shirt. Oh, that's
Hurricane Survivor. Scott, you gotta get one of these, man.
You got a cup? You got a cup there, Gary? What you got for cups?
Yeah, I'm going to show you. I'll stop sharing right now.
You got a cup?
Get back to.
Did you say the proceeds go to victims of those unfortunate tragedies, though? So so something.
Here's
out of that.
Yeah. Yes, we did. We did proceeds to some of the material that we do, like we did one for the Buffalo Bills Believe. We gave that to the football player that got injured and we almost lost him for a heart attack. We did proceeds to that, and we also did
Buffalo shooting. Yeah.
Buffalo shooting right here, Buffalo Pain. We supported the community in Buffalo with this cup and so here's the Hurricane Cup, if you can see it there. Look at that.
Nice.
And then, of course, our Week of Rock Cup as well. And these are all T-shirts and mugs. And
we have a link at the end of the deck, a QR code, which has links to everything that we showed here today. So you'll have a link to the store there and everything. You can browse it around.
Yep. So there you go. All right. And there's the store link right there. And then, Russell, you're up now with the NFTs.
Oh, you got 2 slides there. To show.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
There's the first one, NFT.
No, share your screen again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back and share my screen. We get a little rusty with some of this stuff. Here it comes. The screen is coming. And let me put up the deck. Okay, there
we covered this last year, so it's kind of just a recap of the process. The first thing you need to do is go out to this blog. I'll show that in a second. That's got the step-by-step to create an account for a wallet with crypto in it and Algorand's Algo. Then also a tool called DAppFlow, which allows you to go ahead and mint your NFTs. And then NF Domains is a great tool where you can showcase a gallery of your NFTs and have your own domain name point to it. Go ahead and go to the next slide. And you can see FBI apps algo.xyz is an example of one of those URLs on NFD domains. And so I'm going to go ahead and take the screen, Gary, and do a demo here on this.
Okay. All right.
All right. So the first thing is a blog I put up on the developers portal for Algorand. You should see it now. And the first, I'd say 6 steps all revolve around getting an account set up in a Para-Algo wallet, and then also, you know, how to find testnet mode versus mainnet, and then practicing perhaps with testnet first. And then once you get going, we're going to go ahead and go right to this step here and creating an NFT using DAppFlow. And then finally, we've got you know, a gallery of all the NFTs. So the DAppFlow piece right here, you can see, you go down to this asset manager, and you would connect your wallet to it that you want to create, where you want to create it. And so I would use the same wallet account that I have here, this GWI one. That's where I would go ahead and connect to. And so then once you have that done, you do a mint NFT. And all you got to do is give it a name, give it a unit name, which is 8 characters or less, a description that you want to add in, and then you have a name key value pair. You can create as many as you want for searchability. And then you hit the upload button, and it'll upload your image or file or audio file or PDF or doc, anything that you want to go ahead and create an NFT for. This only costs pennies to do. The transaction fees are very, very low. And then after you've done it, we have several of these that we've pushed up already. These are all the album covers that Gary did the artwork for, as well as some logos for the Week of Rock. There's the Believe logos over there, your Hurricane, and also all the Snowstorms, the Survivor series, as well as the Buffalo Pain, which is about the shootings in Buffalo, the massacre that had happened at the Top Supermarket. And so Rich wrote a song about it, and Gary did a great job on the album cover. The little red dots on the top are all the stars of people that got killed. There's a blue one in for the police officer, and then also, you know, you got the skyline of Buffalo behind it as well. So really well done. Great work, Gary, on that. And Rich.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's it for me. I'm going to stop presenting.
All right, I'll go back to presenting. All right. Share again. Right. Bring up the deck, and we get into Richard. Right here. Now we're going to do a little guitar lesson. New Year's Waltz.
New Year's Waltz.
Yeah, right. And then I'll stop presenting again, and allow Richard to take the stage.
Can you all hear me? Okay.
Yep.
All right. And if you could show the music on the screen, I can talk about it a little bit. I don't know if you got a.
Yeah, I can go back to share screen.
And also, I put the link in the chat window to the music.
Yeah,
I'll repost it here as well. So
there it is.
Bring it up your own.
So many years ago in 2014, it was around 10 o'clock at night, 12:31, and I wrote this song called the New Year's Waltz. It's basically in the key of C, but it starts with the fifth, the G chord. And it really has some nice features about it. The very ending of the song is an A minor scale, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. And I usually do it up here on the guitar, so it's movable. 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8, 5,
okay.
7.
So 9. Let me stop sharing. Let me stop sharing. You can see you playing. Okay. All right.
So I'm going to show you a little bit about the beginning. The beginning is basically a G chord. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in the third position. I don't know if you can see my fingers or not.
Yep.
Yeah, we do.
Then I just do an open on the E minor. And then on the F chord, the same thing, 3, 2, 1. That's the root, third, and fifth. And then I just went to the G, which is part of the C chord. So it's really written in C. And the rhythm has to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So what I do, I go down, down, up, down on every chord. And it kind of makes it a little fancier than 1, 2, 3. So I go 1, 2, and 3. gives you a nice little feel. And it's written in tabs, and I believe it or not, it's just on the top 3 strings, except for the outro, which you have that New Year's Waltz with the scale. So I'm going to give you a little bit of the melody before I start. I'm going to start with a D, and then I play E. I call it Elvis E, middle of the guitar. And then I'm going to use the 3rd string a lot. And part of the notes that we're going to use are A and G. There's really only about 5 or 6 notes in the whole song. And I have that rhythm, and that rhythm continues throughout the whole song. And I just kind of did a little recording with a saxophone and a French horn and a bass guitar. Let me see if I can play along with this. I don't know if it's going to work. It's on the Bluetooth. Can you hear that?
We got it. Yeah.
Christmas is gone, and now comes the new year. Will you try to be right up close to me? In the night, the midnight comes, the New Year's Waltz, it is the one. Christmas is gone, and now comes the new year. Soon it will be time, counting down the line between the years past and new. The Waltz, Waltz, it is the one. Now it goes right back to the beginning again, and it's really nice because it has a nice flow.
Nice waltz.
I'll pick it up again here. Has begun. And here's the scale.
Yeah, you got a question there, Janet?
Yeah, I got a couple of things I wanted to tell you about this song. It has a real nice country
Uncle
feel.
Rich, Janet has a question.
Oh,
Yeah.
Janet, go ahead. Sorry.
Unmute, Janet.
Oh, I want to hear what she's got to say.
She raised her hand. Maybe she was
All right.
meant to do a emoji. I don't know. But-
Probably emoji. Okay.
All right. Oh, wait, she's
Yeah,
coming on now.
my
She's coming on.
mistake.
Here she comes.
Sorry. If you want, here's a clap for you.
Oh, that's what I thought it might have been. Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
So
Very good. Okay.
This song was written on this 12-string guitar.
There you go.
Believe it or not.
All
So
right.
that's why I'm using that and not an electric. And when I do the recording, I'm not going to use the beginning like I did. I'm going to start with this part, like a little country feel in the beginning. So that'll be the way I start the song before, and then I'll go. So it'll be a little bit of improv. And like I say, I like to do the scale up here on the 5th fret. I do 5, 7, 8 for the ABC, 5, 7, 8 on the 5 string. And then on the 4th string, I go 5, 7, 9. And that makes it movable. If you move it down 2 frets, you have the scale that Santana uses.
That's great.
And if you move it down to the 1st fret, that's B.B. King. So on this song, I'm going to finish the recording, and who knows, it might be out by next year.
Fabulous. Okay, let's go back to the deck. Thank you, Rich.
Back to the deck.
All right, we'll go
Good
back
job.
to that, and then we have the music right in the deck. As you, I got to start sharing again.
I'll
Hold on.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Teaching the song all this week.
All right. Rich is going to be teaching that song all this week, and I'm coming back live here on the deck.
Good.
And here's the music is right in the deck. You can see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a waltz goes along with our 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 12, 31, 23. There you go.
How about that?
And Richard just did a reversion shortly in a couple of days ago. There you go.
Yeah.
Richard also does online music lessons, and here's the application and the link to get that. And he charges what by the half hour?
Half hour? Yeah, 25
half hour.
half hour.
Yep, that's pretty good. And then here's our credits for today's presentation, with the exception of that special video that you saw. And
Right.
and if you scan this code, it brings you to all the resources of this webinar. So
Go ahead and click on the link, Gary. Show them there at the top.
yeah, okay, we'll show them that.
Yep.
It brings
There
you.
you go. Oh,
There you
that's
see the
nice.
top. Today's a PowerPoint and the Waltz there, the music sheet.
Right.
Also, we
Right.
have the links from the last session.
Right.
We're going to the Parawallet and DAppFlow,
Yep.
and that blog that I showed you is in there. If you keep scrolling down, now you get to the section on products, and you can see
Right.
the FBI App Store right on top. So that's where you can buy all your mugs and all that kind of stuff. And then Rich has got his Linktree music. All his music is there, as well as Gary's book and all of our products and
our resources too.
Yeah, and resources as well for our blogs and our link trees and
Nice.
NFT domains and social at the end for all the Fustino
Yeah.
Brothers. So
And this one right here, where the blog has all our presentations from the last 2 or 3 years. Right
yes,
there,
right,
there,
right.
right there. And then we got our social. Well, right. So that Linktree is a beautiful
Oh, it's
resource
nice.
to use. It puts it all together for you. So that's nice.
Good.
All right. So let's go back.
Hit behind
Behind
there. Yep,
right here,
yep,
and that's it. Our next presentation will be after taxes, so a week after the first, or week after the second Monday because of taxes. So we're going to do it on April 22nd. So look on Eventbrite for the topic, because we'll be putting that up shortly.